For our multimedia presentation, Ferruccio and I are arguing on why alcohol sponsorship should be allowed in the sporting industry. We'll cover our points on why they should not get rid of it and why it is a part of our everyday life.
Mitchell and I strongly agree that they should have alcohol sponsorship because they need to sponsor their brand like every other brand does. Alcohol enjoys a strong association with sport in Australia at all levels.
Athletes, coaches and associated officials are often captured in the media celebrating a win with alcohol. In today's society, men and women are going to drink regardless of whether or not sporting clubs have alcoholic sponsorship.
Two statistics show that 2 billion people in the world consume alcoholic beverages and around 76 million people have an alcoholic disorder or abuse problems. So after looking at those statistics, we really don't think of sporting clubs to get rid of the alcoholic sponsorship is going to make a difference.
It may slightly reduce alcoholic consumptions, but when people go to watch AFL, cricket, rugby or other Australian competing sports, they'll have an alcoholic beverage because over the past few decades VB and Carlton Draft has been a common drink to drink while you're at a game or watching it on TV with family or friends.
Another reason why we also think that they should keep sponsorship because it's a part of our culture. Sport across Australia would be hurt by the removal of alcohol sponsorship, while the health benefits of a ban are debatable.
It is a reason to suggest that the money provided by alcohol sponsors delivers a net benefit for the nation. The federal government should be thinking long and hard before accepting any recommendation to ditch alcohol sponsorship of sport.
And that's why we think that sport should be allowed sponsored by alcohol. Thank you.
I believe that alcohol and sport don't go together, just because you never see the athletes drinking before or after a game, or during of course, because that would be uncomfortable for them, holding a stubby and running. Anyway, alcohol is just not good for anyone, so I don't see why the AFL and other sporting bodies should be advertising it.
On that point, you just don't think you wouldn't see a professional athlete drinking during a game as it's just unprofessional and it's not the right thing to do, but I'm sure they would drink after a game because most people drink. It's a statistic that over 75% of Australians drink most weekends and most weekdays. So yeah, we don't have a 24/7 camera on their life, so we don't know what they do in their downtime, so it's hard to say that they don't drink after a game.
Despite that many people in Australia drink, many people shouldn't be drinking at all because it affects their brain, the development until you're 24 years old. It creates a bad image for the sport if you have people drinking all the time because it affects your behaviour, so you'll lash out a bit more, you'll be more violent. So you really want to keep yourself under control so then you can still perform at your best, but just keep it simple. Yeah.
Well, I reckon if it's our culture, so like AFL or going to the cricket, watching it with mates, you drink beverages, Carlton Draft, VB, but I reckon if you drink responsible, don't get drunk, yeah, that's how I see it.
So, just to finish off, alcohol is in our culture, I guess, but there's always going to be a debate whether it's right or wrong, so I guess we can just leave that to individuals. Here's Michael.
P.S. With your big companies taking up a lot of the promotional area from on t-shirts and stuff, there's not much room for smaller companies and causes to use that promotional value. So I don't know, it's not really fair for big companies to be using up all their money to take up space that other people could use, because if you were to have a really small business using the facility, they could really boost their business, but with VB and all those other big companies taking up the space, it's not really fair for them. So if we give them a chance, then we'll build ourselves a really strong structure with our businesses. So if we take away their opportunities, then we're not really going to have a good structure.
I guess on that point, there's a reason they're big businesses. It's because they work hard and do all the right things, and if we say they don't deserve a place on a jumper because they're a big company, then taking away their sponsorship's just going to turn them into a small company, not a big company. So I guess it's a dog eat dog world here. So the best get the best stuff.
Yeah, I strongly agree as well. They should have alcohol sponsorship. I agree with Michael and John how it's not good to drink, but like I said before, if we drink moderately and responsible, it's fine. And like how alcohol is a sponsor, like every other sponsorship, I can't see why they can't have a sponsorship. Yeah, and that's how.